Hi guys, Nick60 here with another Star Citizen video. This time we're looking at the 350R. Now, a question that's probably going that a couple of you are probably thinking is, why am I bothering to look at these ships now that the sale is over? Well, oh that's right, I can't do anything yet. Part of the reason is because the ships will continue to be available in the future, even if they're not for sale now. You can certainly, if you have Arena Commander, go in and have a look at them. And, most importantly, I'm not ruling out any more preview sales, even though they've said that that's it for now. So yes, we're looking at the 350R, which is another competing racer. According to Galactic Gear, it is the last ship to win the Murray Cup, though the M50 is supposed to fulfill that role now. And the reason I'm not getting in it yet for a race is because I'm going to get distracted once it comes to racing. So I want to say these couple important things real quick first. One of the main things that you notice when we get into the 350R is it is in fact faster than the M50. Of course, that brings to mind the question of, why would I care about the M50 if the 350R is faster? And true, the 350R does seem to have a number of advantages over the M50. It is, one, flat out faster at 300 meters per second as opposed to 280. It possesses more firepower, being of the 300 series, and it's a longer range ship, featuring a bed and cargo capacity, as opposed to the M50, which is a cockpit strapped to engines with 2 guns and a couple of missiles, at best. I believe that the 350R has at least, well, let's see if we can have a look. If the menu has changed from the last time I looked at it. This is M50, Hornet, uncolored 300 series, uncolored 300 series, but I'm pretty sure this is the 350R. So, assuming it has similar weapon mountings, you can see it has 3 gun housings and 2 missile housings. Of course, the 350R, being intended for racing, probably doesn't actually have those equipped at the time. But the M50's chief advantage is in its maneuverability. I noticed when flying the 350R before that every turn really slowed me down more than when flying the M50. I also tended to wreck more, so it's less stable. I know I'm still a terrible flyer in that area, but I put more time in the 350R trying to get myself able to fly it than I did in the M50, and it was just really, I was flying into everything. So this next race is going to be interesting. And finally, as I said, well, no, not finally. Continuing on with the slowing down. Whenever I go to make a translation, which is basically strafing, only instead of just side to side, you also have up and down, that significantly reduced my speed as well. So while the 350R can make a dead straight run very very fast, faster than the M50, it cannot keep up with the M50 in sheer maneuverability and the ability to make turns, which I guess counts as maneuverability. So, in sheer maneuverability. And I cannot wait to see what this dragon has for me when it's flyable. But in the meantime, let's take a look over at Arena Commander and see what it has to offer. Gonna come in, grab the 350R trainer. Nope, no, wait, no, back. Spectrum match. Oh, and before I forget, I will attempt to get in a side-by-side comparison or some other comparison between the M50 and the 350R so you can see the difference. So, public match. Classic race, Old Vanderval, New Horizon Speedway. Launch. For some reason, getting into the races is always a bit of a issue for me. Though, it looks like it's working the first time.
Core system operational.
After quite a lot of waiting, I've decided to just go for the drone sim because apparently no one is racing today. So yeah, we are just going to go with a drone sim, and I'm gonna make 3 laps.
3, 2, 1, go.
And you can see this has better acceleration and a higher top speed, but you're gonna quickly see there are control issues, and I have put much more time into this ship, into trying to figure out how to fly this ship, than I did with the M50. Almost 3 times as much time, actually. So you see me having to deliberately slow down even more than normal just in order to try to get my nose pointed through the rings. Combine that with the slowdowns that result from each little translation. You see I'm making a few here to try to get myself pointed without moving the cursor out of the control area. And you know, it might be different if one is using a joystick, but at least for me, certainly when using the mouse and keyboard, there are issues with keeping this ship pointed where you want it to go while maintaining your speed. There we go. You can see every little jolt can quickly cost you stability.
Core system operational.
Checkpoint.
And there I was using a upward translation, and I slowed down significantly, even though I still had the ship set for full. See? You can watch this. You can watch the speed gauge when I try to make translations. The amount of speed that is lost is, well, in a turning match like this, you can find yourself in trouble. I barely had to use the afterburner in order to accelerate with the M50 just when making turns, unless they were pretty drastic. But with this, it's more or less the only way to try to keep a form of constant speed. How quick? And that is this ship's main disadvantage, is the fact that it simply cannot maintain its speed if it's doing anything but going at... Oh, new best lap, awesome. Doing anything but going as straight as possible. See? Doing anything but going as straight as possible and having a few minor course adjustments. I'm not gonna use the accelerator through this turn. 100 meter per second translation or acceleration lost, and then attempting to translate to help course correct. And I'll admit I overturned some. but you have to nudge your way through the turns, which, when racing, is not a good thing.
Catastrophic damage.
Lost a wing already again. So, there you have it, a quick demo of the M50! There, I was trying to translate down, brought me almost to a complete stop. And I know it slows you down every ship, but with how drastically it is for the 350R, it just really seems as though in a turning match, even though it has that slower speed, the M50 really is the ship you're looking for. So yeah, 350R. Very fast ship, but not so maneuverable. But it does have some range to it. Crap. Oh, come on, I just bumped it. So, it seems as though I had a little bit of a, game crash there at the very end. Oopsies. But yeah, so that is the Origin 350R, which does have its advantages and disadvantages. As you can see, it is significantly larger than the M50 as well, but oh well, it's still pretty small. So yeah, I hope you guys liked the video. Yeah, if you did and you want to see more, you can subscribe or check out my Twitter, Nick60vids. If you really like the video and are feeling generous, I have a Patreon, Nikolai60. There'll be links to both of these in the description. And so yeah, that's it for now. Nick60 signing off. Fly safe, guys.